The NFL season begins in just 3 short days, and the Detroit Lions take the field 3 days after that as they have their season opener on the road against the Green Bay Packers. And our 53-man roster is set, as well as the practice squad. And that 53-man roster is still without defensive end Zadarius Smith. The further we go on, the less likely it is that he returns. But we know that Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, and the Detroit Lions are turning over every rock when it comes to stacking their team. And one position that Brad absolutely loves is the cornerback position. Turns out that even though we have a full roster right now, just a few days, 6 days out from game day, we are still working out people. And you can see from the banner below, it is not a defensive end, but yet another cornerback. This is coming from Justin Rogers' Twitter account. Says, according to the league's transaction report, the Lions hosted defensive back Trey Avery for a visit today. So we have a bunch of defensive backs. The roster is full. Of course, if anybody gets to we could sign this guy, put him on the roster, put him on the practice squad. But in doing so, we would have to waive somebody. Somebody would have to go and be off the team, either the 53 or the practice squad. A guy like this is probably going to be a practice squad signing. But who could we possibly give up? And why are the Detroit Lions working out a cornerback? I know they're always trying to get better, but what are they trying to, who is not good enough? Is anybody hurt? Is somebody nursing an injury? Maybe we need to go, somebody's not ready to start the season. I don't know. With the full roster, especially, it's not like you're working out a defensive end where guys, Josh Pascal, you don't think he's going to be able to go. We're working out a defensive back. So this is intriguing nonetheless. Now, here's a little bit about Avery coming from ESPN. He is 28 years old, a fresh 28 in February, undrafted back in 2022. In the 2025 preseason, played okay, had 10 solo tackles and 1 pass defended. If we look at his career stats, undrafted in 2022, wind up playing his first 3 years with the Tennessee Titans. 2022, played 14 games, had 29 total tackles, 23 solo and 6 assisted. Had 9 passes defended. In 2023, played 15 games, had 33 total tackles, 28 by himself, 6 assisted, and only 2 passes defended. And in 2024, the last time he saw regular season action, which was just last year, he actually played 9 games with the Tennessee Titans and had 3 total tackles, all solo tackles. So this guy is not new to the league at all. As a matter of fact, I believe he was on the practice squads of the New England Patriots. He was on the offseason roster for the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers so far. And I think he's coming from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I was able to find a little bit on NFLDraftBuzz.com. They did not have the NFL profile. I couldn't find that one. They also didn't have the overview on prospects, NFL Draft Buzz, where they'll tell you like an overview, give you a brief rundown. But here is his strengths and weaknesses. His strengths says, has at least adequate straight line speed and good balance, fluidity to change directions, savvy cover skills to recognize and anticipate routes, understand what's coming, and has good ball skills. Alert defender for zone coverage, showing good understanding of route progression occurring behind him, and a quick burst downhill to break on underneath passes in front of him. Good instinct and anticipation, reads and reacts with discipline. Dangerous with the ball in his hands. What does that mean? We're not returning, right? He's not going to be a return man or anything like that. Aware zone cornerback who is also adept in man coverage, flashing physical hand punch at the line and straight line speed to stay with receivers down the field. Okay, that sounds like a guy that should have been drafted. What about those weaknesses, though? Struggles to break down in space and can be a liability against the run at the second level. Lacks instincts with shaky awareness, is over-aggressive, and too often bites on fakes and misdirection. Inconsistent, getting off the blocks, can be a step slow to react when a quarterback comes back to his side of the field late in progression. Has tense ankles and hips with choppy footwork when attempting to redirect and doesn't always look natural changing directions. And then finally, needs to tighten his angles in pursuit, needs to show better tackling technique to consistently finish. So this guy, we're talking about a practice squad dude at best, but I'm saying to myself, you're full. The Lions roster is full. It's not like we have an open spot. So my thing is somebody hurt, or do they think that Trey Avery is better than someone we already have on the team? The Lions, like I said earlier, are always looking to get better. So potentially that's what they're doing. Who could he be better than? Or it could be something that somebody's nursing an injury, right? So I don't know. I would have to pull up the practice squad and see who could he possibly replace. But if your roster's already full, now you could also say that they're working him out to keep him in their back pocket, but this is the first week of the season. Nobody's hurt. They're not going to work out a guy to be like, you know what? Don't call us, we'll call you, right? Like, if they worked out this guy, they're working him out for a reason. Either they're ready to waive somebody, or they are looking to, or somebody's hurt or something like that. Because remember, we don't know who's up as far as, like, we don't know if there is a person that will possibly go on the designated to return IR. I believe all of that happened already. Might have to happen by tomorrow. I'm not certain. We are going into week 1, and there's no, like, we are legitimately in week 1. Like, there's football next week or later this week, and now we're in football content. We're talking about the matchups, the predictions, the injury report, all of the stuff that we did during the season. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on Trey Avery. Do you think it was just, take two of these, call me in the morning type thing? They just wanted to see him. It would be weird going into week 1 and you're working out. You have a full roster, but you're working out somebody. It just doesn't make sense to me. There's got to be a reason. Maybe the Detroit Lions think that he's better than somebody either on the 53, which I doubt, unless you're better than Khalil Dorsey, or he thinks that he is better than someone on the practice squad. I don't know, but we will find out in the comment section below. Wanted to tell you guys what's happening this week. We are back to our regular content, which is insane to me because it seemed like it took so long to get here, but then it went by in a flash. We are going to be doing all the things that we do during the season, maybe bring in some new segments as well. We also will be bringing back the defensive rank through. This was a video series that I made exclusively or specifically on Wednesdays when everything was final. So every Wednesday I would do a defensive rank through. And what we're going to do, we're going to keep an eye on, it's like 6 or 7 different categories. We're going to compare them with what the Lions did the previous week, because I think the Lions need a top 10 defense in order to win a Super Bowl. I think if they have, with the offense we had last year, you're talking about the first offense in the league. 2 years ago, when we went to the NFC Championship game, we were the 3rd best offense in the league. So if we can but our defense has been bottom 15, bottom 20. Like, I don't even know if we finished the year in the top 20. I would have to look and see. If we did, it probably was the mid to late teens. I think if we can get that up to a top 10, I think we win the Super Bowl. I think that's the only thing missing. I believe that a edge rusher that could be a good counterpart to Aiden would be the missing piece to really take us over the hump. That's what I think we need, especially now with what the Detroit Lions are putting into the secondary. But how do you feel about the pass rush position? Like, I want to hear what you guys have to say, because I'm looking at the Twitter comments and they are hysterical. Let me show you what somebody said in the comment section below. This was very funny to me. This was the first comment that I saw. Shout out to Dennis R. Says, any idea if Trey can switch out and play defensive end, asking for a friend? Because I don't think it's just me when we talk about the defensive end position. I think it's safe to say that none of us will go into the season. Like, none of us are really comfortable when it comes to the defensive end. We can't be. Our starter, our guy opposite Aiden, we got a guy coming back from injury, which probably is not going to miss a beat. And then we got a guy who hasn't been healthy in 2 years. It's hard to have any faith in that guy, right? So let me know what you think down in the comments below about everything I just said. Are you going to Green Bay? I'm actually going to wait till I get my plate. When I get my plate, I will make the purchase. I know somebody was like, you've been telling me just use the screenshot, just go down. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to deal with the Wisconsin police. You know what I'm saying? I don't want any problems. So not that I'll have any, but just to make sure I don't have any, I don't want to. I'll wait on my tabs. Plus, I want to roll out of town with the personalized license plate. You know, it's both of those. So I got 5 days to get it, Tuesday through Friday. Shouldn't be a problem. I should have it. I think I'm gonna get it tomorrow, but I should definitely have it all I need it by is Saturday. If I get it by Saturday, I am on my way. But I would definitely keep you guys posted. Gonna try to get there early enough to tailgate. I looked at it. It's going to be 475 miles in one direction. It's going to be about 7.5 hours. That is just a sneeze less than Kansas City. And then Minnesota US Bank Stadium is like 2 hours further than that. So I've never done a 7-hour one-way turnaround trip. So it'll be 7 hours, 7 plus. So I'll probably wind up leaving at I'm thinking no later than 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning to get down there enough to park, tailgate, have some fun, go into the stadium and stuff like that. So yeah, it should be a fun time. Anyway, this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of my support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Got to give a special shout out to Respected Roots, man, the beard care brand, because soon as I wash it out, yeah, the beard is looking rough. I didn't know I was going to make a video today, so I usually wash it out and put it in once a day. So shout out to Respected Roots, man. I actually got an affiliate link with them, but we're not going to push them at the moment. All right, you guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. I think they were on Shark Tank too.